Most people would rather clean the entire office fridge than ask their boss for a raise. You know, the fridge where forgotten lunches turn into new life forms. Your heart starts racing, your brain panics, and suddenly reorganizing your inbox feels like an urgent humanitarian mission. But here's the truth. If you never ask, you silently volunteer to stay underpaid. And that's not heroic. That's modesty mixed with mild self-sabotage. Today, Captain Help walks with you into the raise conversation, gently, calmly, and with a wink. We're afraid of asking for a raise not because of the conversation itself, but because of what it represents, being evaluated. It feels like handing someone your adult report card. Relax. A salary conversation is not a confession, it's not begging, it's simply two adults looking at facts, and one of them has been too humble for too long. Preparation is your confidence generator. Bring your highlights, what you actually delivered, not what you hoped someone magically noticed. Bring your growth. You're not the same person who once asked where the staplers lived. Bring your market value, not as a threat, but as evidence that you are awake. And while you're at it, prepare your emotional system too. Sit still for 2 minutes, breathe slowly, and remind yourself, this is a conversation, not a survival challenge. Now, before you talk about money, there is something that separates amateurs from professionals: timing. Timing is the silent force that decides whether your boss thinks, good point, or absolutely not today. Don't ask for a raise on a chaotic Monday morning during a crisis, after a budget cut, or when your boss looks like a character from a disaster film. Ask after a win, ask after momentum, ask when the energy in the room says, we're doing well. In salary conversations, timing isn't luck, it's strategy. And here comes the overlooked power move. Pre-frame the meeting. Do not ambush your boss like a plot twist. Send a short message beforehand. I'd love to schedule some time to talk about my development and compensation. Now your boss walks in, prepared, not defensive, and you've already removed half the awkwardness. When the moment comes, don't open like you're confessing to a crime. Try this instead. I'm proud of what I've achieved this year, and I'd love to talk about aligning my compensation with the value I bring. Clear, friendly, zero guilt. Then follow the 4 Captain Help steps. First, say, I really enjoy working on A, B, and C. This year, I delivered X, Y, and Z. Next, let them know, my responsibilities have increased and I'm contributing at a higher level. After that, it's time to be direct. I'd like to adjust my salary to reflect that. I'm thinking of a step to Euro X, and then just stop talking. Let the silence do the heavy lifting. Give them space to think, and honestly, maybe sweat a little. Now, before we continue, a public service announcement. Here are the things you should absolutely never say during a raise conversation. Never apologize. Sorry to bother you. No, you're discussing your value, not confessing to a crime. Never explain your living costs. My rent went up. Your boss is not your financial therapist. Salary is about contribution, not inflation trauma. Never compare yourself to colleagues. But Sarah earns more. That's how office wars start, and HR will remember you forever. Not in the good way. Never threaten to leave unless your suitcase is literally packed. I can get more elsewhere. If you bluff and they call it, lunch will taste like regret. Never downplay yourself. I don't know if I deserve it, but stop, delete, reboot. If you don't believe in your contribution, why would anyone else? And finally, never fill the silence. Silence is not danger. Silence is thinking time for them and for you. Now we may proceed to the boss level challenge, because sometimes your boss does not say maybe or later or good point. Sometimes your boss goes straight for the nuclear option. A raise is completely out of the question. Ah yes, the emotional equivalent of a cold shower, but don't panic. A hard no is almost never about you. It's often about budgets, bureaucracy, stress, internal politics, or the general chaos of corporate life. So you respond with calm professionalism. I understand. Could you help me understand what makes it out of the question right now? You're not arguing, you're gathering information, you're forcing clarity where they were hoping for silence. Then you shift from dead end to pathway. What would need to change in my role or in the organization for this to become possible in the future? This is the Captain Help judo move. You turn a wall into a map. If things remain foggy, sharpen gently. Is this an issue of timing, budget, or my performance? Understanding that helps me navigate things better. Look at you, calm, precise, unshaken. Once you understand the real reason, anchor the conversation. I want to make sure my development and compensation stay aligned, so let's keep this conversation open. No drama, no flinching, just steady, adult confidence. And finally, secure the future. Could we set a review moment so I know what I'm working toward? You don't treat their no as a verdict. You treat it as data. And here's a secret no one likes to think about. Every year you delay this conversation, you don't just miss 1 year of extra salary. You miss every future year built on top of it. Compounding works both ways. It grows money and it grows regret. You don't need to be fearless to ask for a raise. You just need to be willing. Even if your voice shakes, even if your palms sweat, even if your inner critic is screaming, "Abort mission," you can still ask. Courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes it's one calm sentence and a straight spine. You matter, and it's time your salary knew that too. This was another episode of Captain Help. Each episode of Captain Help explores how we think, live, and misread each other. Calm reflections with a hint of irony and a whole lot of sense. Captain Help, smarter every day in every way.